a quick second before we jump into the video from our last session on faith. We mentioned one book in particular in there, and that was Essential Sufism. So I just wanted to show the title here and the authors in case you had an interest in checking it out for yourself. What you'll find in this book is not a deep analysis, but you will find poems and excerpts and other things to sort of get your mind going into what they're talking about. If this book is something that interests you, and once you get done with it, you want to go a little deeper, then I would recommend jumping into the Sufis by Idris Shah, translated by Robert Graves. This will go much deeper with a lot of comparisons with Eastern and Western thought, Sufism throughout history, and again, just a lot deeper dig than what we see in the Essentials book. So again, we referenced this one in today's video coming out, but just wanted to make mention of both books. And you can order them anywhere, Amazon, get them in bookstores, whatever the case may be. They're both pretty well known and popular books. So just want to share those with you and hope you enjoy the video. The tribe, hosted by Seekers of Truth Wellness Collaborative in Boise. We originally put another video together, but it did not make it. So we'll have to go back and put this one together here as a replacement. So 2 weeks back, we had a nice conversation over the topic of faith, and we focused on these specific questions. What is faith? Why does it matter? How do people demonstrate faith? How does faith inform lifestyle or choices? Is faith still important in the modern tech-driven era? Faith can be lost in sight, science versus religion, and other thoughts on faith. And that is on our YouTube channel. You can pick that up there. The purpose of that session was to just get some grounding of the term faith. Is it a word that means just a religious belief? Is it having faith in something? How does it actually work out? Some religions are called faiths. So there's all different ways of looking at it. So we wanted to try to make that clear before moving into some of the different groups that we'd be looking at. In session one, as we began that grouping there, we started with Sufism. And in Sufi teachings, faith is primarily understood as a deep personal connection with God achieved through love, devotion, and a mystical experience of oneness with the divine. Sufis have no set belief or disbelief. Divine light is the only sustenance of their soul, and through this light, they see their path clear. And what they see in this light, they believe. And what they do not see, they do not blindly believe. So, no blind faith as they follow their God. As we know, Sufis are an extension, for the most part, from the religion of Islam. And so this is another grouping within there. And as you look to the picture that's there of what we've termed the whirling dervishes, anyone can learn the outer forms of prayer and worship. Sufism seeks to develop a heart that can pray. So through ritual, through learning, through that kind of divine connection, that's how they would be developing of their faith. The next one would be Christianity, and we took an excerpt there of what is sometimes determined to be the battle flag. Some quotes: "Trust in God involves an internalized belief that He is omnipresent and omnipotent, supplanting the need to worry, to fear, to feel insecure, or to control outcomes. This belief trumps all other beliefs. Faith that He will deliver on His promise to us is a powerful concept." The Christian faith is predicated upon the concept that trust in God through His Son, Jesus the Christ, as the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6 from King James is the solution to the problems of humanity. This coming from idisciple.org. And it seems to be a good one to put it in there because it's that most common, at least in America, faith connected with belief, connected with Christianity, not having to see to believe, believing the faith is predicated upon that, whereas it's a little bit different, as we saw with what the Sufis are saying. They want to believe, but they also want to have something that's going to back that up, to put that out into a more formal presentation, if you will. And after that, we switched over to Wicca and some of the things that we found out about that with the elements here from WiccaAcademy.com. Wiccans primarily express their faith through ritual practices uh, within a sacred circle, often incorporating elements of nature like earth, air, fire, and water, celebrating seasonal holidays, solstices, and equinoxes. Wiccan faith is structured upon two equal deities, male and female, who work the balance of nature. God and goddess are seen to be equal, and that neither is superior or inferior to the other. And as we talked about in the session, there are multiple groups of Wiccans and Wicca itself and paganism and all the different kind of things. So again, this is very generalized overview of what we see, but we have a belief structured around elemental forces and equalities, not just one main god in that instance, but others, and having that equal base is where they would develop that faith out of and express it through ritual works, pretty much like we would see in Sufism or even in Christian churches. There are rituals. We just don't call them rituals, but they do very specific rituals every Sunday in Mass all around the world. So those are the three groups that we had for this first session on faith. Looking for the commonalities, which even though on the base most people would tend to think that these groups have nothing in common, but they all have faith. And that is a very important understanding to take from all of this, that they may worship differently than you, but they still have faith. And as long as that doesn't impact on others' lives, who are we to judge and say what's best? So hopefully you'll be able to check this video out, and if you have any questions or if you have some information to add to it. Again, we don't claim to be the end-all be-all of knowledge on this. We just like to share information and want to get conversations started. So we are hoping to push this out and get some feedback and just get some good conversations going. Enjoy the rest of your